You're watching Dead End Gaming, recording live from Dead End Studios here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, Kenneth B. And joining me as usual is Eric D.
What up?
Easy 430.
430.
30.
What up, though?
Tyler Durden.
Is this camera on me? No, just playing.
Oh, my God.
And Granddad.
Granddaughter.
Oh, Lord.
1,000 hours, elite status, goddammit. I just hit it. What you know about that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he's saying that, that means some things may be in development. So be prepared. Be on the lookout. But Thursday, we're doing the speed run.
Yes, of Resident Evil 2. Myself and Chris from Cheesy Boys Controller Podcast. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to be live streaming it, of course, on here, Dead End Gaming, Dead End Video Games. And they're going to be streaming on Anton 6, right? That's
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Anton 6. Yep.
Anton 6 Twitch as well. So it's going to be fun.
We're going to be here to make it all ignorant and
Yeah,
shit.
in the studio.
Yeah.
In the studio, is we gonna have drinks here and stuff? I'm going
to have drink.
Okay.
We don't have
It is
We can loosen it up. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Get some
We
drinks
can't
and
loosen
stuff.
you
Don't
up, though.
lose
You
no
gotta
focus,
be in
though.
tip-top.
No, I'm
Keep
be
yourself
straight.
sharp.
You can have a drink after.
Yeah.
You got to win
yeah,
first.
not-
You
yeah,
get a
not
drink
before
when you
during.
win, nigga.
Right.
Pop the
right.
champagne
We'll
on
pop,
you.
we'll pop
I'm
the
just gonna
champagne
have-
after the
I'm
fact.
just gonna have one ear with some music on and the other one with a little headset, and then I'm good.
What you going to be listening to, B?
Probably my I got I got a playlist on my on Spotify on the Dead End all my beats and stuff. I got like over 140 something beats, so I'm just gonna listen to that while I'm.
So your own beats.
Some of them is some of my own, and some is.
You appreciate
people.
some-
I didn't know
shit,
B
I
was so
appreciate
egotistical, man. I thought B was kind of humble. He's
I
like,
listen to
I'm
my
listening
own
to my
shit,
own
too.
shit.
If your shit fire,
Oh, I
nigga,
listen to my
appreciate
own. I
it.
listen to my own
Appreciate
shit,
your
too.
shit.
I listen to my own shit,
This
too.
is the stuff
you
that I
gotta be a
like,
biggest
Yeah,
fan.
but I'm
yeah.
very critical of myself. There's
you
a
gotta
lot
be a
of beats
biggest
where I
fan.
don't like, where I be like, I don't like it, and then other people be like, B, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you deleting? Like,
It'd be like that. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just gonna listen to my own like playlist, my BZ Gets Beats playlist on Spotify while I'm playing.
y'all check that out.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you guys for, watching as always. And if you're listening to the podcast, thank you guys for listening and sharing the show as well. Become a subscriber. It helps support the show as we continue to build this thing out and improve on the set and everything. We need to get a bigger set, so we want to move outward out of here. So we appreciate all the support. So let's jump into the first segment. What have you guys been playing?
I'm at the end of Persona 5 now, so I feel like by the time people hear this that aren't listening on Twitch, I probably would have beaten it by then. It's been a fun ride, but it's time for me to let go for now.
About damn time.
Hey, I don't want to hear shit from you,
Man,
B.
I'm
You
Like,
so-
yes, no more Persona 5
I'm
streams.
so sick of this damn Persona 5
People
streams.
know, man. It's that
Jesus
good. It's
Christ.
Watch they announce Persona 6 as soon as he beat that shit.
Hey.
Oh, that's gonna
Coming
be
soon.
that's
got
gonna
that
be a
Persona
nightmare.
5R on the way.
That's gonna be a nightmare.
But yeah, man, it's a lovely game. I've been enjoying it. I'm gonna miss it. I played Alien vs Predator arcade for Old School Saturday. I'll save that game for later. And that's about it. Yep. Persona.
No division or nothing.
A little bit of Division. I don't know if it's enough to even like talk about.
I got you.
Nothing like you, B.
I got you.
Easy's been playing enough Division for all of us.
Right.
Right.
Might as well just like log into everybody's
Look,
account.
I mean,
and
the
put
game
in
is
some
fun.
hours.
Right? Help us out.
Help me out. Get my
I'm
levels
willing.
up.
I
Shit.
mean, like, if y'all really start playing, I would definitely come in there and help y'all out. Like, I have no issue playing with y'all,
No,
helping
we
y'all
meant
out.
literally like log into our
Right, play
accounts
for
and
us.
play
Yeah.
the game.
We
Since
can
you
all
already
bring our
put so many
PlayStation.
hours
Yeah, we'll
anyway.
just bring all our systems. You just play all of our shit, get us to 30, all the geared up, and then we'll be a super squad based on you,
Right.
and then we good. See? That's the plan. So after Resident Evil, everybody bring their PlayStations here.
There you
Well,
go. Just listen to your beats.
There you go.
Besides Division 2, I've also been still doing my practice runs of Resident Evil 2 because of the upcoming speed race that I'm about to have. So other than that, y'all know what I've been playing. Division 2. I've completed the main story mission, and I've got my gear score almost maxed at 450. I'm at 436. And I've pretty much maxed out my survivalist specialist, so I'm working on my demolition guy, which is holding a grenade launcher. I'm looking up. Y'all see me looking up because I got him on the TV screen right here.
He
And
plays
looks
this
dope
game
as hell.
all day.
So I
We
feel
gotta
like
watch
since I
him
got here
play.
2 hours before everyone, I always try to. I was like, I'm gonna bring my station and play some more. I had to play with the clan. Oh, if you played Division 2, and if you want to get in the Dead End Gaming clan, We just leveled up to level 9, so get in the clan, play with me, play with other. I got some other fans in there, folks that's dope. Belly Ocean, who also love live lyrics. D1 is also Texas Gunslinger. He's in there playing. So yeah, shout out to them that's always in the chats and always in the streams. And
Was that who you were talking to today?
Well, yeah, them and for 10. You know, he used to be a producer
Yeah,
for
yeah.
So we was all playing together just a second ago when the crew was in here. So fun.
That clan is exclusive as hell, ain't it? Ain't it, Willie? Or I don't think we in that bitch.
I ain't even heard about that shit till right now. I'm
Every
like,
time,
goddamn.
every time,
I want to join that.
every time I see,
Yeah, I ain't ready for that.
I can't send me mucker the
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
But
And
I'll
soon
hop
when
in
Granddad
there.
get his level up, I send him the
Yeah,
invite.
eventually, I'm gonna get there
Man.
at some point.
Wow.
gotta try out.
Look.
Yeah, right.
Look,
Damn.
I ain't even gonna lie. He right. I've been slacking on my division, but I've been playing other shit though.
And you
So,
getting ready for Mortal Kombat too?
yeah, Mortal Kombat about to come out. That
11.
beta about to drop this weekend. I got other priorities right now.
You just
y'all.
played the beta.
I'm the fighting game nigga. Come on now. So shit,
So is this beta gonna be for everybody?
Yeah, this is the main
Okay, I need
beta.
to play it.
So
I need to
this-
play it. I need
This
to
ain't
play
the
it.
exclusive beta.
I need
that
to play
got.
it. Yeah, I need
This
to
is
play
like
it.
everybody can play now. So
I need to get on that.
Wait, is it open for everybody, or you have
yeah,
to pre-order?
you got to pre-order the game.
Okay.
So if you pre-order the game, then you can play the beta.
Yeah.
Or if you know somebody with like a code, or you got some friends, and you can play that way.
I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. Who else?
My answer has been mad boring for the past couple weeks. I'm sorry, y'all. Like literally Apex and Rage, that's still mostly what I'm doing, or really all that I'm doing. Like to the point that I've actually started doing like shooting drills in Apex, like a super nerd. So like literally sometimes I'll
Shooting
just
drills.
I'll literally open up practice mode and I'll just like pick up different guns and I'll do like shoot like snap drills. And you do that too? Okay,
She
I'm
about
glad
that
I'm
life,
not
man.
alone.
Yo,
Like
she
snap
about that life.
drills
But
and
she
well,
makes
see,
sure
I
that
used
they-
to like I used to play the piano from when I was like 6 to 17. I was thinking about how a lot of that is just like muscle memory of like practicing the same motions over and over again. Because when you're in the middle of a scrap in Apex, you don't want to be like thinking about what you're doing. You want to just have that muscle memory. It's like, and of course, like that's something that is kind of across the board across like all first person shooters. But obviously different guns in Apex handle differently and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll literally like turn it on if I don't necessarily feel like going into a match, and I'll just do like practice shooting drills to get that muscle memory down. So, and I've seen improvement. So I've seen like myself get better and better, and I'm getting like more and more W's and more like top 3 finishes. So yeah, that's what I spend my free time
Have you
doing.
been playing Overwatch? It seems like you put that down since you've been on this
Not
Apex.
really. I mean,
Yeah.
and like so last week we didn't actually talk about this, but they just released a new character in Overwatch called Baptiste. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but he's actually live as of like last
The
Tuesday.
little guy with the legs.
No, that's Octane in
Okay.
Apex.
Okay.
But yeah, Baptiste in Overwatch, he's another like support character, like healer. And I had this whole plan, like, I'm gonna jump on Overwatch so I can kind of see this new character. And I have not turned it on at all in probably like a week and a half. So before this new character came out, so literally, like I said, in my free time when I have time to game, it's like all Apex, and then I play Rage on Throwback Thursday. And
One more game.
That's pretty much it, huh?
One more game that you played with us, the people.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So I did another Jackbox Party stream. Thank you for reminding me. I did another Jackbox Party stream on Sunday, and that was so much fun. Again, thank you all so much for coming out. Like those of you that came, there were a lot of like Dead End Gaming listeners that came and like hung out. And it's dope. It's a really fun time. So I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. It's probably one of the best streams I've
When
had.
you do this? What time of the day you did this?
You were playing Division, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I was trying to think.
I wasn't
what time-
playing Division
I'm like,
this
what
time.
time
Saw
of
the
the day?
notification.
I'm trying
Right.
to think what time of the day you did this, because I know I went and played ball after we left from our dead end shoot Sunday, and then I played Division. But yeah, I'm trying to think what time was this around. Like I would have joined it because that was fun last time when I
6,
did.
I think. But that's like I'm
Oh, yeah,
doing
I was
that.
deep in Division at that point.
Of course.
Yeah, that was.
Of course. You probably
Well,
had your
don't
phone on
say
Do Not
we got that
Disturb.
Yeah, I was deep in at that point. We had the 4-man crew going and everything. It was a wrap.
But yeah, I'm planning on doing that, like I said, bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks on Sunday, probably around 6 or 7, depending on the day. And I'll tweet out earlier in the day what the time is actually going to be. Next time, I'm going to get Jackbox Party 5 also. So in addition to the games we've already been playing, we'll be able to add a couple more games like You Don't Know Jack and the little like freestyle robot battle thing that they have. So yeah, it's fun. Like I really enjoy playing with you all and just kind of hanging out. So
All right, I
Pretty
guess
dope.
what I've been playing. So I played started the Frozen Wilds on Horizon Zero Dawn. Got a few missions in on that. I think, one stream of that because I had to go to New York for the weekend, and so I haven't been able to play. But when I'm gone, you know what it is? 1,000 hours. Smash. And guess what? Yesterday, your boy hit Elite Smash status. I'm playing with top players now, y'all. You know what that means? That means I'm somebody. That means my hard work is paying off. And now I'm playing with the top level niggas. So now I got to make sure I stay consistent because, you know, you can fall down at any time if you start getting L's. Take you out the goddamn club, so you know I gotta make sure my shit's straight.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. That's how you knew when you started.
So
playing
they
with
was
the
like
high
they
rank?
gave me a little like celebratory shit. Congratulations! I feel all special and shit. I was like, damn. And then like your character, because it's by character. So Yoshi is the only character that I can play in Elite Smash because it goes by each character's battle point or GSP. So once I hit the right GSP for Yoshi, basically all my other matches were people who were at Elite Smash level. And these are like people who like really play the game, like you know, top level competitive players, people like that. So I think Yoshi's at a point now where it's like, yo, I can't get no more ready.
All right.
Like, you know, I mean, I put in that work, y'all. I told you it ain't 1,000 hours, but goddamn it, I did it. That motherfucker's crazy now. I told you I wasn't lying. I thought I was lying. I'm not lying. Some serious shit. And what else? Oh, a little bit of Division. I play a little bit of Division. I'm only at like level 10 though. I'm disappointed in BZ right now. Like I ain't getting to where I need to be in life. I'm a bad soldier.
God.
I went AWOL like 6 times. I shouldn't have been kicked out the goddamn unit, but I'm still here. So I'm gonna try to get back on that some. But this beta's coming out for Mortal Kombat 11, and you know I'm playing that shit. So you might be out of luck, bro. You know. So
Did you play Frozen?
yeah, I did Frozen Wilds.
You
Yeah, I
finished
played.
it?
No, I just started. So I got a couple missions in on that. I got to continue that too. So I'm gonna try to pick up on that sometime this week.
Yes.
And then, because I want to get more of that, because, I did fight that big-ass bear, though.
Yes.
That big-ass bear was fucking crazy, though. Yo, that shit was
Man.
fire.
Yes.
So, yeah, I fought a big-ass bear on my stream. It probably should still be up, though. But, yeah, that was
Big
fun.
ass bear.
It was big-ass, like, mecha bear. It was like Kuma from Tekken decided to get a new job and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that motherfucker was crazy, but I killed it. You know, I felt like I was a hunter in the Frozen Wilds.
Oh, it's gonna
crazy.
get worse.
I bet the enemies are crazier. They really are a lot more difficult. I'm glad I got that fucking armor because I would have been dead instantly.
That's what I kept telling you.
That would have been fucking
Make sure
gone.
you get it.
So yeah, you're right. I needed that shit. So, but that's been it. That's been it for the most part.
Well, I finally finished Uncharted. As you know, I said the last time, 2 episodes ago, that was like at 92%. So it was like right there. So yeah, I took him out. You know, I will say this. Sully ain't worth a damn. Sully ain't worth a damn.
Ain't worth a damn.
Ain't worth a goddamn. Because he was like, I'll hold him off and you go chase him. So then because the thing going up into the sky with the little, because they got the little, it's in the net and he trying to take off. So I'm like, all right, bet, Sully. So I'm running around and I'm shooting the little zombie creatures, little mutated creatures as I run out. And I noticed there's a lot of damn creatures left. And I'm like, dang, Sully, are you killing anybody?
Sully don't do a damn thing in that game. You know damn well.
Bro, I'm like, man, this is ridiculous.
Kid was mad as hell.
I was mad as hell. I'm like, some help. I died like 3 times. Because I thought I could just run through. Sully got my back. He going to be capping niggas up. Nah.
You should know Sully is the most reliable, unreliable motherfucker in Uncharted. Like,
He's moral support.
he's like, yeah, he'll be there for you, but he ain't gonna be there for you.
I got it.
He'll show up to the party,
I'm
but he
right.
ain't gonna, he ain't gonna do nothing. Like,
Man, so once I adjusted to that, you know, it was okay. But yeah, so I'm done with that, and I'm trying to figure out, and I'm gonna leave it up to the people what I'm gonna play next. I already know what they want.
What do they want?
Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they've been asking for. So I'll do that. But the other thing that I played was Bloodborne.
Ooh.
And I remember you guys saying
How
this
did that
game,
go?
yeah.
That shit pissed me off so goddamn bad.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is I didn't even get past like the main screen.
You mean the start screen?
Oh, no.
You ain't press start on that
Started
bitch?
died.
Like, oh, fuck this shit.
The intro. So I got there, built my character, whatever. Ran around, you know, getting all the little tips and tricks on how to do shit. And then you walk up and this motherfucker eating something. This big ass creature eating something on the floor. So I tried to sneak past him. I couldn't punch him. I didn't know how to use the damn gun. I didn't know how to do shit. Finally, I was like, just fuck it. I'll just come back to it. I just ain't got time to try to figure this shit out right now. And I remember you guys saying it was a pretty hard game. But so I started that. I might play that in my spare time, but I think the one that I will stream will be Last of Us. So I think that's the one because everybody's been asking me to play that. So now that I'm finished with Uncharted, I'll do that next. So I'll be doing that on Twitch. I just got to pick a day. I'm always here, y'all, so I don't get a chance to play like I would like. But we'll work that out. So yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna throw my request in for The
Okay.
Walking Dead season 1. You already know what happens at the end because we spoiled it,
Right.
but I still
you
think
gotta
you
do
would
it
enjoy
anyway.
it.
You
And-
got to do it anyway.
and
Do it
it's-
after Last of Us, play that.
Yeah, I think you would like maybe respect gaming as a medium more. Like, is that like
You think I
Grand
don't
Theft-
respect gaming
more?
as a
More.
medium?
There's always levels to the shit. But I think it's not hard, so you're not gonna like die over and over again. You'll get through it. But and it's cheap now.
Who has the game? Any of y'all got the game?
Not
Not on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, just on that thing.
Just on that
on that
thing.
thing.
Xbox One.
I had it on because it came out on
Why you
PS3, so
say
I had it
that
on my
thing?
PS3. But when I got my PS4, I just didn't port it over because I was like,
Shout out to backwards compatibility.
you know.
Nah, we about moving forward.
We about moving forward.
Yeah, we ain't looking back.
You ain't playing no old ass game, nigga. What the fuck am I doing with an old ass game on my new system?
Right,
nigga?
about the future.
I ain't spending money for that.
I bet Ken still got a cassette player in that truck though.
No, but I do have a vinyl player in the garage. I do have an 8-track too
Wow.
in there too. Yeah, and I got some 8-track cassettes. So,
Oh man.
so yeah.
Oh, that's vintage.
Yeah,
boy.
man.
Damn.
Yep. I have two old school, and B, I know you know what I'm talking about. The real big heavy shit.
Yes.
Like you got to lift
This
weights.
should be feeling like it's 50 pounds.
yes,
dude, to
yes.
pick up.
Shit, put your back out.
Yes, it will.
Not the little frisbees that they make now.
Nope.
Nah, the
Nope.
real heavy duty shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one of those. So, but yeah. I don't even know what that is. Nah. That's one of those Morehouse jokes. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for that. So we're gonna move on to the news and updates. So Apple had their announcement yesterday. Thank you for hitting me up on Twitter, B, because I almost missed it. I was doing some stuff at work anyway, so and I know they were just announcing the streaming service, but then they announced Apple Arcade, which we talked about this a while ago, and about how people play games on their phone and how it's a really big thing for them. So it made sense for them to actually move in this direction because when you look around, what are people doing? Heads in their phone, Candy Crush. What's another popular game? Candy Crush was one that was out that people were playing a lot.
Angry
Words
Birds.
with Friends.
Yeah, Words with
Angry
Friends.
Birds.
Temple,
all these
Temple
little-
Run.
Temple Run.
Yeah. All these games. Mario was even on there once that people were playing.
Yep.
Mega Man got a game on there. Streets of Rage is on there. Like all of these games are on there, so it kind of made sense for them to enter into this field. I do find it interesting that Google made their announcement first. I don't know if they caught wind of this and decided to jump the gun with Stadia, but the timing I found was interesting. And companies do that. I listen to a podcast called Business Wars Daily, so they be talking about how the little shit that they be doing. But I like it, man. 100 games. We don't know how much it's going to cost, but I think they said they're going to have 100 games. There was a developer that worked on. It was a very, very popular game. What was that game? Shit, my mind bad. Fuck. I have to look it up because it's gonna bother me if I don't remember. But anyway, what do you guys think about what they put out?
I think that it's kind of interesting to see how you have people that really consider themselves to be gamers. And I think I was reading that the average gamer, person who calls himself a gamer, is about 32, has probably been gaming for most of their life since childhood. And so I feel like those are the people that really consider themselves to be gamers. But in these, past however many years, since everybody's on their phone and there have been more and more games coming out on phones, and you see so many people that don't necessarily consider themselves to be gamers who will put hundreds of hours into something like Candy Crush. I think it's interesting to see how gaming becomes more accessible to other audiences or other people. But I also think that, people talk about, for example, Stadia changing the game or Apple Arcade changing the game. And I think that the gamers who have been gaming for a long time and do mostly console gaming are not going anywhere, but you're going to get more and more people, more and more kids, for example, that don't have that same attachment, who grew up playing phone games, that maybe get more and more into that, or that grows as time goes on. It's just kind of an interesting cultural shift to see, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have any Apple products, but Apple Arcade doesn't make me want to get one, I guess, to make sense, or to make a full statement. I do think it was interesting how they responded to the questions that people had about Google Stadia. Because with Google, when you mention Google, it's always something about security and privacy, because it's always like selling your data type of shit. It's like, we gonna keep your data safe. You can play it offline. And, we got hundreds of exclusives. Now, the thing that makes me still favor, I don't know if I can favor Stadia right now, favor the potential of Stadia, is that it has multi-platform games like Assassin's Creed and Doom and shit like that. But I don't think Apple Arcade is, like Tyler said, trying to be a console killer in any way.
Right.
But, just make some money off the folks who already have a phone. And, nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah, and those loyal Apple users too. Like they really pitching it towards them. Because you make a good point. I think unlike Google, I think they're not trying to kill the consoles or trying to take it out. They just trying to be like, look, we're just gonna give our users, our dedicated loyal Apple users, MacBook users or whatever, a product that they can they can play games on if they're casual gamers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they don't care about having the Nintendo Switches and the PlayStation 4s and Xbox. Hey, look, I got my phone. I'm loyal to my phone. People they'll buy these phones before they buy a MacBook quick. Or
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna they looking at this as like, let's get our loyal phone customers.
Yeah, it's just Apple doing what Apple does. They know how to, use their power or their influence to their advantage. So they're like, okay, well, this is a market we haven't tapped into yet. We got this huge fan base who we know is going to follow whatever we do. So now let's do this little, gaming division that's really, like you said, it's not even competing with the quote-unquote real game companies, because they're keeping everything sort of in-house, all the developers. And they got some serious developers, too. So I found that very interesting, is that so many developers are on board, and they'll be able to just kind of make these these niche games, or these kind of games that really they know might not be big sellers, but are just some fun creative games that they can just get their creative juices out, and Apple's letting them do that. So that's why I think these developers are interested in working with Apple Arcade, which is cool. I don't have any Mac products other than my computer, which is the Mac Mini, but I don't see myself getting Apple Arcade for any games. I mean, I don't know, I'll check it out and see what kind of games they have, but I wasn't really excited. Like, oh my God, I got to go get this. But I think it's interesting, and I know it's going to sell. They're going to find a way to market it just right, so the people who, the kids who have iPads, or, teenagers or whatever it is, who just casually play stuff on their phone, they'll make some games that'll be able to kind of complement them and what they, it fit them. But I want to know how far they're going to take it. Like, how deep are these games going to be? Are there going to be some immersive games? Is it going to be some high action-packed games, or is it going to be like the stuff they showed us where it was kind of like some platformer, puzzle type things that they were showing us, or are they going to really get deep into it? So
yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the developers right now, and they have Skybound, who did the Walking Dead Telltale games. We got Konami, Platinum Games, which made Bayonetta, Sega, Disney, Lego.
So they got some really
Game
great
Loft
developers. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. And then the price, how much they're going to charge for it.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah,
is how much it's going to cost. Obviously, they haven't figured that out yet. But the guy I was talking about earlier was Ryan Payton, and apparently he worked on Metal Gear 4, and then he left them to work to create a mobile game or create a mobile gaming company called Republic, and they created games for for the actual mobile devices, or iPhones actually. So he's in that space, and just listening, he was on a podcast I was listening to, and developers like him were really interested in the mobile gaming market. And, like you said, Eric, it's not about acquiring new customers or trying to get people to buy phones. Apple is in a full pivot to services because their device is not selling. So they've hit, mass market now. So now it's all about taking advantage of what people are doing with the phones and making money that way. And they already have 1 billion customers. So You know, it's easy. Like they're right there, so they don't have to do anything extra, but just say here.
So, question: are you gonna get it? You're the Apple man with the iPad, iPhone, MacBook, etc.
Yeah. Depend on the price.
20. Would you get it?
It's monthly,
20
right?
A month.
That's a little steep.
That would be because I'm not paying that much for Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be like no more.
Gotta
than
be $10.
$10.
Gotta be 10.
Like $10 a month.
Yeah, because I'm paying $14.99 for Apple Music. I pay $10 for their iCloud storage. So my price range is right around that $10.
Would you do a family plan for 20? Like if do
Yeah,
your
yeah,
kids
yeah,
have
yeah.
iPhones? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all Apple.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would have it. And I would get it for them because that's all they do. You know, my son is a gamer in training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Both
we saw
of them
that. We saw
actually.
that.
Yeah, so both of them actually. So I would definitely get it for them and give them something to play, you know, and little less for me. So I would get the family plan. Yeah. So and I think a lot of parents would do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a topic about games or gaming as a streaming or gaming as a service later on. So let's jump to the Switch, man. So Mr. 1,000 Hours. They building
Can't catch them without it.
All day.
Two
But
more.
I was
What do you
interested.
think about this?
I didn't even know about this until I heard about the notes. But I'm actually looking forward to them if they are gonna come out with a Pro Switch. I'm looking forward to it because I think even though I love the Switch, I think the hardware of it could use some improvements. And if they make the improvements that I hope they make on it, I would go out and buy another one. Like, of course,
Really?
if they have a graphical update, a space update, give you more built-in memory. But
Okay.
what I want out of a Switch more than anything, especially in the dock, an Ethernet port.
I
Give
was
me a
like, if you don't say
fucking
Ethernet port.
If you give me that shit, I am buying that Pro Switch just because of that shit. Because that's the only thing that this Switch does not have that I wish that they had on launch is a fucking Ethernet port. So if you give me that and some more space built in, and it's gonna look probably a little differently, but other than that, like, because there's really nothing else. Oh, and also, if it's a Pro, I guess have it come with a Pro controller, maybe come some kind of bundle, but also fix the issues that they have with the left Joy-Cons. If you heard about that, they have those like the drift. So come up with a new Joy-Con that doesn't have that, because I've actually had an issue with that and I had to get one replaced. And I think a lot of people have. Well, I've heard of that switches, and it's just the left Joy-Con. So if they fix those issues, those technical issues, give me an Ethernet port, I'm down for a Pro Switch, as long as it's priced reasonably. If it's priced crazy high, then I won't get it. But if they price it reasonably and they give me what I want out of it, and they come up with some good titles to go along with it, just to make it all nice and pretty, I'm with it.
All right. So currently the Switch is still $300. Let's say the Pro one is $350. Would you get it?
If they give me an Ethernet port and a little bit of a graphical update, yeah, I cop it for $350.
Do you feel like the games are ugly?
What?
Do
The
you feel
games
like
on the Switch are ugly?
Yeah, that's what
No,
I'm asking.
I don't think they're ugly. I think the games look great on the Switch, but I do think that they have the technology to kind of give. If they're going to make it just like PS4 Pro and Xbox, One S or whatever, where they can give you 4K, like they can bump it up on the. If it's a pro level Switch, they should be able. You got to bump it up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just a given. You got to give them some reason to want to go and buy. If we have Switches to want to buy this extra console, and for me, like if they have some a great first party title to go along with it, I don't know when they're planning on dropping this, but let's say, they finish Metroid, the new Metroid, and they say, okay, with the new PS
Summer. They're planning for a summer release.
They're not gonna be done. That's gonna be done then. But yeah, so it just depends on what it looks. Because Nintendo, one thing I love about Nintendo is they know how to bring that ingenuity. So they've probably been listening to their customer base, like, we've been complaining about this, and this, because this is the first time that I think that they really went out and said we're gonna make, outside of their regular handhelds, they're gonna go make a main console like another version.
It
of
is.
They've done it for the DSs and whatnot, but this is the first time they've done it for Switch. I think it's because the Switch is a handheld console too. It's familiar territory for them, but even though it's their main quote unquote console as well, I'm down for it. I'm really just looking forward to it. As long as they give me those things, they gotta have an Ethernet port. If they don't put an Ethernet port on that shit, that is the stupidest thing that I would have said they could have done, because like everybody wants one of them shits, because we're tired of playing online with Wi-Fi and the little adapter shit. That shit doesn't really work half the time. We need a direct to Ethernet port for the Switch, and give me the other stuff and I'll be good. So, what you think?
Yeah, I think it would be cool. Like, the graphics will be upgraded, obviously, right? If it's a pro thing, I don't expect, and they've already confirmed, or at least the rumors have confirmed, that it won't be a PS4 Pro or Xbox One X level of graphics, and I don't ever
we
really
don't expect that
that
from Nintendo. Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
and it's a handheld console. But with the graphical improvements, there's going to be a bigger battery required. How long will that battery possibly last? Or how heavy will that make the Switch to, like, hinder its
I don't
portability?
necessarily think they're going to need like a super huge battery. I mean, then they might not bump up the graphics that crazy. It might not be something that's super mega noticeable. They might just give you better frame data. They might just give you,
That'd be cool.
you know, something like that. They might find some way to compromise it to where you still feel like you're playing a Switch, you know, and it still feels comfortable to play that system. So I guess we'll just have to see what they do. But yeah, if they give me everything that I want, I'll shell out $350 for another one if they give me all those things, because that's my main gripe with the Switch, is they don't have those components that should have been from the jump in the game system.
If I can sell my current Switch for like $200, you know, not giving it to GameStop because, you know, I want more than like $4.
Right.
I would probably get one. It would have to show me a whole lot. It would have to show me shit that I wasn't expecting it to show me, like more than graphics, battery life.
And I'm pretty
Ethernet
sure.
port.
Also, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, like, because the Switch you can't really get onto the internet. So I'm probably sure they're gonna have internet browsing. They're gonna have probably all these things that the Switch doesn't have, that the Wii U probably had, or whatever. They're probably gonna integrate it into this Pro Switch. So everything that pretty much everybody was complaining about not being on the Switch, they're probably gonna give us. They should give us.
You know what they do need? And this is just a software fucking update. They need online services that work, where I can talk to somebody without having to pull up my goddamn phone.
And they might have something where you can plug in directly and chat directly. They might, like I said, that's probably why they're doing this, because a lot of things are being said. Oh, I wish the Switch did this. I wish the Switch did that. And they realize, okay, now our really big titles are out. Smash is out. We got Mario out. We got Zelda out. You know, we need to kind of do something to keep that excitement about our console, because other than Metroid, I don't think they really got anything in the pipeline that's like going to be super, super major that I can think of on top of my head. They probably do. I just can't think. But if they come out with a new console and they give us everything that we should have gotten the Switch, and it's priced reasonably, and it looks cool, that's just going to give it another lifespan. Like, off top
It
of
seems rather ambitious, though. 2 consoles. I know they are selling a lot of units. Switch is the new hotness. Like, everybody want one. It's for adults and it can be for kids, right? Talking about a brand that's been around for years, well established. It seems very aggressive for them to put out 2 new devices, you know, at the same time, targeted to 2 different bases. And I just don't know about this move. Like, who is, going back to what Eric's saying, like, what are you really going to put in it that's going to cause a person to shell out another $350 or $400? Is an Ethernet port that?
To some people, to me, it's important because I play online a lot. So to me, an Ethernet port is
worth $400.
It's not worth. Well, I'm not saying okay, just the Ethernet port. Okay, you gonna buy $400. It's got to be some other stuff, of course, into the system.
Well, I know, but the main thing would be the Ethernet.
Yeah, that's
port,
the number
right.
one on the list for me that they have to have on this console.
And then you'll find other.
And then I'll check that box off, and I'll be okay. Well, we need this. But if that's not on that list at all, then it's not worth it at all. That's just me.
To be fair to Nintendo, I would say, I think it was like 3 years after the Xbox One release, we had Xbox One S, Xbox One X.
And Nintendo's done this before, like I said, with their handhelds. They've done 3, like the DS, the DS Lite, the 3DS. You know, they've done iterations of their handhelds.
Yeah, no, they had
the Game Boy,
models.
the Game Boy Pocket, the Game Boy Color. So it's not new territory for them, just in their major console market, not their handheld. So I think I'm gonna trust Nintendo.
It's like
on
they're
this.
being greedy.
And with the PS4,
I mean,
or with Sony, they dropped the Slim and the Pro in the same year too, maybe like a month apart. So I think Nintendo is kind of
they're just
following
catching
the
that
trend.
wave. But like I said, the difference between Xbox and PlayStation, they're generally just the same console, just with more space, or a little bit. These are like physical things that I want to see changed on the Switch that need to be implemented onto there. So if they do that, if they just give us the same old Switch with more with just extra space or extra graphics, then it's not worth it. But if they give us like the online's fixed and they give us Ethernet port and they give us, a great first party title to go along with it, bundled together, something like that, just really put a presentation into it, which I know Nintendo's going to do because Nintendo doesn't slack when it comes to, unveiling something new. They really put, their best foot forward, or they try to every time. So I'm just going to wait and see what they do. But I'm interested.
What y'all think?
Interested.
Maybe they're trying to compete with Soulja Boy's new handheld console.
He got shook.
He got a movie out, right?
Wait,
see,
what?
He does? About what?
About when he
Black.
Big Draco made Reggie quit.
Soulja Boy
And
the
now
movie.
he got Nintendo shook.
Yeah, is this to keep up with PS? And
Well, you don't have
Xbox?
one.
You don't have one until Turok come out, right?
Yeah, I remember Turok.
When Turok
That's
dropped,
what we
we
need
own
on the
it.
shirt.
I knew it was coming.
Do you have a
coming.
Switch, Tyler?
No, I don't. I've thought about getting one for specifically for Tetris 99,
Okay.
but
Which is
I
good.
don't have
Dope.
one, and that's really the only thing that's made me want one.
Me
thus
is
far.
for Zelda. If I get one, it'd be strictly for Zelda. So, and Turok, yes, because they making it's coming out on Switch. It's a new one coming out on Switch. So, sue me, okay?
So new Turok.
And
Uh,
Zelda.
What'd you say? Tetris?
Tetris 99.
Tetris 99. And then we have 2 new devices for you guys to choose from. So,
Yeah, because I've been thinking about getting one. So I'm like, well, now they got
They're
about to have
tight.
this Pro. Yeah, now they
Yeah.
about to have this Pro. I might as well just get the Pro.
Yeah.
If I cop it.
because
So,
I almost bought another one for my youngest because they're always fighting over it. And I'm glad I waited. I didn't know they were coming out. I just heard the rumors like a week or so ago
Mhm.
when it started leaking. But the news started leaking. But yeah, I think the first thing, just from a business standpoint, I guess because Switch, they're so hot right now, and I'm pretty sure they just didn't overnight just decide, hey, we're just gonna put out a new system.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe they have been working on this for a while, and now seems like the right time to strike. But yeah, I just think they're so hot right now. I guess
I think
it's like we might as well.
That's a good idea. I think it's a good idea though. As long as they do like my checklist, it had to be Ethernet port, internet browser, with better online capability, graphical update, more space built into it, built-in memory.
What do you mean built in?
Like the built-in memory that the Switch give you more memory. Just give you I don't know what I think it's 32 built into
Okay.
the Switch.
Do they
Give me-
use a SD chip or?
Right.
Well, you can get one for extra storage space.
Do you not
Okay.
have one?
Yeah, I have an SD chip. But I'm
Okay.
saying built-in memory. Why don't you
Right.
just give me more built-in
Right,
memory?
right. No, I got
I'm
you.
gonna buy
Yeah.
an SD card still, but give me 64,
Internal-
give me 120.
internal storage,
Why
yeah,
not?
yeah.
Because that's what make me want, especially because they have this online eShop where you can buy all these games online. And, if y'all have all that built-in memory, that's gonna make me want to go and buy more stuff with the eShop because I ain't gonna worry about space or having to go buy a SD card. I could just say, okay, I got a lot of space built in. Let me get this game, and it's all on my Switch and it's easy. So if they do that, I'm in the market. I'll cop one.
Do they have cloud storage?
Yes.
Yes.
They do. Okay.
If you have Nintendo Switch Online.
If you have the
service.
online, you can do a cloud
What you
storage.
said isn't good.
It's not great, no.
It's not, but it's there. So if they improve on it, if they improve on the things that aren't that great or they just need to be worked on, and they put it all in this new system, I think it'll be worth the. If they do 350 is okay. 400, nah. 350 is a good sweet spot.
And supposedly, Nintendo wants everybody in the household to have a Switch. So you and your kids, or your kids fighting over it, I guess is kind of their plan. Like, that's what they're counting on. So it's like, yo, get this DS Lite. It's only, it'd probably be like 200 maybe.
Yeah, it's good for them, not for me.
Of course. That's the way corporations work, man. You know how the business go.
What's that mean? The boxing mean?
What you about to say,
I
Tyler?
was gonna say, it occurred to me in the course of this conversation, you asking me this, that I haven't actually owned a handheld system since my original Game Boy. I'm just not a handheld gaming person for some reason.
Me either, though. I haven't had this. Well, this is the first quote unquote handheld I've had since a Game Boy as well.
Okay.
I had Game Boy and
That's a
Game
lot.
Gear. That was the only two. But after that,
Game Gear.
Game Gear, remember that shit?
Yeah,
Game Gear
hell
was shit,
yeah.
y'all. That's my shit.
Got all the batteries.
Wide ass rectangle and shit.
Hell
Thick as hell.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I know,
Hell
right?
yeah.
I need 17 AA batteries.
So I'm kind of curious then, like, since you're kind of in the same boat that I am, what about the Switch made you want to get one after all these years of handheld systems you didn't get?
Well, because it was the newest Nintendo console, and honestly, when they first said, "Oh, you can take it on the go," I was like, I guess, because I'm more of like I like to play my games at home. But then when I experienced like taking it when I would travel for work and I would just have it and it looked better than any because 3DS games are like they're graphically limited. These games look amazing handheld. I was like, okay, now I'm sold, and that's what it was. But initially, I really didn't care for that whole. I thought it was a cool idea, but it wasn't the selling point for me. It was just I wanted the new Nintendo console with the new games that they were announcing. But yes, it really is. It really does make a difference when you can just take it on the go and you can just keep that same look and feel, and it just plays just as good as playing at home. So,
interesting. And that's that's actually a selling point for me because like when I, for example, go back to Detroit for the holidays, I take my Xbox with me and I have to like wrap it up in something.
You don't have to do that. I gotta throw it. I just pick it up unless I want to take my dock with me, but I can just pick it up, grab my charging cord, and I'm good. That's it. 2 pieces in it.
If they really want to make money, put Division on that bitch. Have Beezy everywhere.
Division 3.
Beezy's like, I'm too far from my controller right now.
Oh, I gotta get it now.
Y'all crazy.
That's what
All right. The other news that dropped was Sony's State of Play.
State of Play.
He
They're
actually
knockoff Nintendo Direct.
He asked us to watch this.
I'm just gonna call it out on that.
I didn't watch it.
It was pretty bad.
Full disclaimer.
Yeah, it was
And
bad.
we the
But I knew they were
PlayStation.
gonna tell me about
we the
it.
PlayStation niggas saying that it wouldn't.
Right.
It
You know what I'm
wasn't.
saying?
Yeah,
I
it
was working.
Yeah, you ain't missed much. You ain't,
You didn't
ain't
miss
missed much.
I was
Trust me.
editing
Trust me.
You didn't miss
podcast.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like honestly, half of it was VR announcements, which I do not care for the PlayStation VR. I don't know
I
why.
saw that trend in the PS VR.
I do not know why they're still trying to push this shit because
They
there's really
trying.
like
They
because
still
I do not.
trying.
Nobody wants this PlayStation VR thing. Like nobody.
It's 3D TVs all over again.
Exactly. It's like
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
like, why are you still trying to push games for this? Nobody like Five Nights at Freddy's VR. Like nobody gives a shit. Like. Or it was this one game that could have been a really great console game. That one I forget the name
Blood
of it.
and Truth game?
Blood and Truth. It probably would have been really good on a
Yeah.
console, but like now because it's VR, I'm like, I ain't gonna get that shit. And I'm like, the only thing that they really said, which were the last 2 games of the whole thing, they made you watch all that bullshit first, was Days Gone and then the new Mortal Kombat trailer, which is 2 games we
They showed,
already
like,
know about.
The old school, new school, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I
Yeah.
like the Mortal Kombat trailer. They showed Jax, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao, which we already knew who were going to be in the game, but we get to see what they look like officially now, and they've got some dialogue, some clips of like their moves and their fatalities, which is cool. And then Days Gone, which I'm going to get on launch too. They just showed some more gameplay of that, which looks fun, which looks dope. So
It's coming out around the same time as email.
it's 3 days. It's 3 days apart.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they fucked me over with that shit. So now I got a double duty with both those games. But other than that State of Play thing was like it was. I'm glad they didn't do that as like an E3 showcase.
Ooh,
They
that
would
wuld
have
have
got
been
shat on.
Exactly.
horrible.
They would have
They
got
were smart,
shat
yeah.
on.
Is this like their first time doing this? Or?
Yeah, and they're planning on doing more apparently.
All
I'm
right,
like,
so it's the first one.
if it's your first one, first impressions matter, Ken, right? So if like, and this is coming
Not
from
if they get the
PlayStation.
second one right, even make it.
Nigga, what? No. Like
I'm not
like,
saying anything.
They
Conferences start off, but conferences kind of start off small, man. Then it gets, big.
We talking-
A3C started out, real
This
small.
ain't A3C. This is
just
PlayStation, fam. Like they had all this time because I know they've been working on
It
this.
was
so
it was a beta.
They decided to push their.
It was an alpha, goddamn.
Yo, but they just decided to push the PlayStation VR like it was the greatest thing, and I'm like, no, stop telling me about all these VR games. And then
that was the main thing that they were pushing.
yeah,
Just that.
and then if it was a regular game, but you can also get it on VR too. Like they just slide that shit in on every game except for Mortal Kombat and Days Gone. I swear if they would have said Mortal Kombat VR would have slapped. Ooh,
You say Freddy
Mortal Kombat now it's on VR. I'm like, fuck, no, nigga.
So
Don't do
Freddy
it.
Krueger.
No, Five Nights at Freddy's. It was
the
this.
hell is that?
It was this PC game. It's a scary PC game. This came out years ago by this like indie developer, and he made this game where you're pretty much sitting in this room, and you're like this security guard, and you're in this like place called, it's like a fake ass Chuck E. Cheese, but you know, the little animatronics and shit, but they actually come alive at night and they try to
Hell no.
they try to haunt you and kill you.
Like the Night Museum? What was that movie?
Something like that, yeah. But it's like, but it's actually a legitimately scary game. It does freak you out when you play that shit. but it's been like, I don't know, they did what? How many? 4 of those things?
Like
so far?
5 at
4 or
least.
5. So now they're coming up with a brand new one that's, I guess, just for PlayStation VR, which it'll probably be scary, but like I don't care. Like, you know, I played the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I did it
Some-
for my
something
gaming
kept
channel.
bringing-
'Cause
Oh,
it made good gaming
yeah,
content.
that's true.
So,
that's true.
but
It
then
was
after
hot.
the third one, I was like, man, fuck this game. I'm done. Because, like, it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. You just sitting in a different room. And you get to see some slightly different, like, animatronics, but it's the same. It's the same general game over and over.
Oh, damn. Anybody else have any thoughts?
It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was waste.
Yeah.
All right,
Finally
cool.
a hit, another hit to Sony.
No, I don't.
Not really. I mean,
I
but
wouldn't
we
say that.
co-signed. We the first. We brought it to the table. See, we're able to admit our faults
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Sony. We know when we fucking up, when they fucked up.
They was on some BS.
They was on that
some
bullshit.
BS. Yeah.
They need to go ahead and kill that VR shit. Like, they
Yes.
ain't, but they should. So
They'll get better.
It's
They'll
all
get
a
better.
part of like the gradual transformation to all of y'all. Like,
No, Tyler, no, it's not gonna happen. We just saying VR is whack. That's all we saying.
That's all.
That's it. The buck stops there. Everything else is good.
the first day I was on here, you said something about how you all were going to convert me to like PlayStation. So I've just been like kind of waiting for little moments like that to just, you know.
Few and far
Perhaps
between.
do the-
They're gonna be few and far between. I'm just saying. You get one every week. You get one every week. We get one every like 2-4 months. So. Take this. You can have this. You can have this W real quick. You know, Xbox gonna fuck up something next week.
You mean like the
black-
blacks?
Yeah, the Blackstone game.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Why is that not in our
I've been waiting
notes?
for these niggas.
Yeah, why don't we have that in the notes?
I forgot all about that shit. Yeah.
The coons at Xbox.
Let's
Our
talk-
blacks are. I'm like,
Segue.
nigga,
It's a good
Xbox,
segue
come
to
on.
it. Oh my god.
Bam.
Talk about
Yeah.
that shit.
See, that's what I get for talking shit.
See?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I ain't say shit.
That's even.
I was
That's,
like,
that's, yep.
Oh my god! So for those of you all that didn't see it, basically there was a bit of a brouhaha, as there were, about Xbox sending out this tweet like, you know, our blacks at Xbox community or something, and everybody was like, "Ooh."
What?
And so apparently black people at Xbox actually came up with the name, but
That was
right, and then, but yeah, there was definitely a lot of backlash about that. It was like, you might as well just say darkies at Xbox and go home.
Exactly.
We need to holler at them, bro.
That shit
Yeah,
came
they
off
ain't
so
they,
They
they,
probably
they
a
ain't
bunch
real
of
ones.
damn
our
Stevens.
blacks,
Right.
Xbox.
It's like Trump being like, you know, my African American over there. Like,
yeah.
that's how that
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah.
it sure
and then with
did.
I don't know
Look
if
at
you
our
all,
African
saw the
American
controller.
community at
Yes.
Xbox.
They
Like,
had
come
a,
on.
no, wait. Did I see the controller?
Yeah,
On the
you gotta see the
drawing,
controller.
no, it's okay. Basically, it's an Xbox controller, and then there's 2 fists going like this.
Yeah,
and
it's the
there's
most
like
black-
an African.
It's the most
like,
black shit that they could think of to show that there's a black community. I'm like, bruh,
like black,
calm
red,
it
and
down.
green stripes.
As he's showing him the control.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
uh-huh.
Niggas pounded. Oh,
I'm
man.
like,
I was like, that's so bad.
I'm like,
man.
come
to
on.
be
now.
real though, the blacks probably drew that.
They probably did. Like she just said, it was the blacks'
Yeah,
idea.
because it's like it's dope if you just saw it somewhere, you know. But it's just like it's too much. It's too much at once.
They got
It's
little
like-
different shades going on and stuff.
Oh my
And
god.
somebody said on Twitter, like, why are all the black people doing manual labor in this picture? Like, is
Exactly.
that how
Oh
they
my
do in video
god!
games?
Yes, they do.
I'm like, they can't be just like playing the game or chilling. They got to be able to climb ladders and lifting shit and walk. I'm like, nigga, we building a house.
'Cause
We
that's
playing
what the
games.
blacks
Nigga.
at Xbox do.
I'm saying, right? I'm like, yo, like,
labor.
y'all wildin'. Like, y'all need to take
Labor.
that down real quick. Like, rethink yourselves and fire them niggas for real.
Right, just put some cotton fields in the corner.
Diversity. They're trying to be diverse over there. They can't fire the blacks for trying to do black.
Can't
stuff.
fire our blacks.
Nah, they
We need
can't.
them.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, epic fail. So let's jump into the topic, man. So we discussed it a little bit earlier about games as a service, and we've seen 2 pushes into it so far from outsiders, if that's what y'all want to call them.
Sure.
Google and Apple. So what do you guys think? Like, is this the future?
I feel like it's early to tell, man.
Yeah.
I know you're like, you know, Stadia is gonna be a failure, and it like, I don't know, man. I can't say it's gonna be a failure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just totally fucking flopped. You know, it's like
I think what's going to happen is, first of all, I don't think Apple Arcade or Google Stadia is going to stop any momentum from any of the other game companies. Like, I don't think it's so at all. What they have to do is prove themselves first. Now Apple's not really.
I don't think Apple has to. Prove
Apple's not even in that boat because they already got their stuff locked loaded.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Right.
Google does because they're up here saying, "Yo, we're gonna like make
console killer and all
we're the
that.
console
Yeah.
killer." So they're pretty much making a statement saying, "Yo, like we're here to take over and change things." So, but I don't think that Google Stadia is gonna like their first year or this year if they drop this year. Is gonna just come out and blow everything out the water and do everything right. There's gonna be some issues. There's gonna be some problems. Something's gonna happen because Google they're notorious for just fucking something up at some point. So,
Are they?
I mean,
Because I hear their narrative a lot.
Google
They fucked up with Google Plus.
Google Plus. When they bought out YouTube, they changed a lot of shit with YouTube. And
True.
They fucked up
Okay.
YouTube. Like when Google just implements themselves into things, I think it's initially when they try to do something and they always miss the mark initially. Eventually they kind of come around, but I think in this instance they don't have that luxury because you're coming into the gaming industry. 1, 2, you're saying that you're gonna kill consoles. You're already proclaiming that you got the best shit out. Like this is about to change everything. So all these eyes are on you. People are gonna be wondering, okay, are you gonna live up to your word? Is everything that you said this thing's gonna be able to be done? And is it gonna be something that make the consumer want to leave their Xbox, leave their PlayStation, leave their Switch, and just have a Stadia and be done with it? They have to pretty much accomplish that. I'll give them a full calendar year. If they can accomplish that in their first year of just making people believe that they are here to stay, then maybe we can have the conversation that this is the new way that gaming is going to go. But if that first year and they flop or they just don't live up to their expectations, then they got to go back to the drawing board. I think that's going to make other people wary of this whole streaming thing, and it's going to make people kind of like focus more on just saying, yeah, I'm just going to stick with my console because it's tried and true. I don't know. We just got to see what they do. We won't know until it drops and we see what happens. But
What you think, B?
Is it the future? Yeah, it's like a wait and see thing. I'm not going to jump on the quick bandwagon. You know the what's that? Google? What's it called?
Stadia.
Stadia. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon just yet. I'm gonna still hold and see, because I'm not going to be like, oh man, this is it. I'm done playing PS4. Or I'm done playing whatever. I don't think it's gonna make people stop playing Xbox. It's gonna make people stop playing a Switch or anything like that. But it's just like one of those wait and see type of deals. Like I just want to see how the game's gonna look.
Yep.
How smooth it's gonna play. Like it might be
we
some
gonna get
bugs
Because we do have to play it with our own hands to
with-
really know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to see how smooth it's gonna play. Make sure they get any kinks and bugs out, because usually that's what I'm saying. You have to wait, because the first like 4 to 5 months. It's kind of like trial and error.
yeah,
you know
they
what I'm
got to
saying?
figure out. That's exactly what I was saying. That's why I was saying
all
give
the
them a
bugs
full
and
year
stuff,
to
and
really
then once they
figure it
get
out.
everything, if they get good games on board, like games that we're like already a fan of and stuff,
Yeah.
and
they already got Doom Eternal, which I was gonna buy anyway.
Right.
But like, if Doom Eternal runs as good as they say it's gonna run on Stadia,
Right.
I'll try it out on Stadia
Right.
and see if it lives up to that. And if not, I can always buy it on my console. But it's interesting like that. If they can get games of that magnitude and more of those, and they run the way that they're supposed to run,
Right.
like if I can get a game to run at 4K, 60 frames a second, and it's smooth as butter,
right.
That's
That's-
okay.
you're on the
I'm
right-
with it.
you're on the-
You're on the
you're
right
on-
track. And
you're on
then
the
if
right
you
track.
can do that 8K that you're talking about, that's going to eventually come out at some point, and then you can do that shit smooth as butter. Hey,
Because I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like it's very convenient. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's super convenient to get into play. So I think that they can be winning in that category right there, just for convenience. Like I don't got to worry about picking up and lifting up a heavy console, taking it somewhere. It's just
Right.
like it's so much easier to play. So,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna still wait and see, because they got to get the bugs and the kinks out first. I'm gonna wait these first like 6 months and see
how
where
much
it's
they're
at.
going to try to tax us for that shit.
Right. Yeah,
That's
the
what I'm
pri-
really- I wanna
Pricing
see
got to
that.
be good too.
I want to see that price. And, but if you get Google Fiber,
Right.
but what if we can't get Google Fiber? Well, you shit out of luck.
You right.
That's pretty much it. Because like, I know they're gonna just bring Google Fiber into this.
You
mix
know they
somehow.
they will.
They're gonna find
you know
some
they
way
will.
to bring that shit into
you
the
know they
mix.
will. They're gonna add a way to discount the price or something if you have Google Fiber.
Yep.
They're gonna find a way.
I think the thing that excites me the most about it is the cross-play functionality, because I think they were kind of promoting that, and
Yeah.
Switch and Microsoft, like Nintendo or whatever, they're all about the cross-play right now. So if it's bringing more gamers to play games with me on my consoles, I think that's pretty dope too. Even if I don't use the service myself.
But you know what I was thinking about that? It was like, okay, they were saying that the crossplay, which is great, but if if they're gonna have such a superior, I guess, operating system, like let's say I'm playing online with my console and someone's playing and they got a crazy, internet connection and they can max out the Stadia capabilities. Is it what they did say that it would? They said it would hinge Stadia to Stadia, but would it hinge Stadia to console? Would it like, or would it still be that lag on one end and the other? Like that's what I'm wondering about.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we play on different connections all the time, and people on PC can play with people on Xbox and Switch too.
Right. But I'm saying because the Stadia is doing such an extensively higher amount of work than a standard console.
They say they got the hardware to back it up.
That's what I'm wondering.
This is when we'll
that's what I'm
find
wondering.
out.
Can they really can they make fluid crossplay no matter what you're playing, who you're playing against?
They
no matter
probably
what?
do, and they have a lot of money, and it's just Google's ability to execute in a field/industry that they have no experience has always resulted in failure. And, they just do one thing well. Search.
Find shit.
Oh, yeah, I think that's it. And
Oh
Gmail.
my God.
Gmail.
Yeah,
They got
Gmail's pretty
Google
good.
Docs. That's it. Google Docs.
Yeah.
But that's it. They have a history of just not being able to see things through. The idea is great, and that's why I think this could potentially be the future. And I think it is. The ability to get away from consoles. Can you imagine what that world would look like? To no longer have to buy a Xbox or a PS4 and to be able to just play it from maybe even your TV. That is the future. And when you got 5G on the way,
Yeah.
which will be able to handle damn near everything. They say whoever controls 5G is going to control the world because of all of its features. And everything is built on the back of that or just on the back of internet, period. Man, I think this move is going to be the way to go. And I'm excited about it because, these things take up a lot of space.
So you want it to be successful? Like you're rooting for it, but you don't expect it to be.
I don't
good.
believe in them, but I hope they do succeed because I think you can have guys or companies like Apple or Microsoft that can come behind them that have a history of making these type of devices. Even Sony, can come in and say, okay, well, if this is the new wave, if this is what we need to do, then let's go ahead and do that. So
They will do it if it works.
Yeah, oh yeah, they will.
Yeah,
do it.
if Stadia does take off, I'm pretty sure all the other companies are gonna be like, okay, now we got to figure out our way in. But I think it's gonna be hard for companies like Microsoft and PlayStation and Nintendo to make that transition 100%, because you have to pretty much stop your entire console, market. Not stop it like on a screeching halt, but you have to pretty much start telling people, hey, stop
It's a
playing
10-year
these.
plan.
Yeah, stop
Yeah.
playing these. They have to gradually tell people, hey, stop playing these consoles. We got to stop doing this because we're gonna move into this. So they can't just immediately do it. So these consoles are gonna be around for a while because, there's too much money invested into these systems for them to just stop and say, okay, no, now we're doing streaming.
I think what you'll see is the next gen come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then while the next gen is coming out, while they're selling the next gen,
They're gonna work on that.
right. R&D will be working on the next thing. They'll get a chance to see Google Stadia fail or succeed, and one way or the other, they'll be able to use that to figure out what they need to do to make theirs better.
Yep.
Yeah, basically
Exactly.
Google Stadia is the guinea pig in this whole situation where they
Yeah,
can
even
just,
Apple Arcade.
yeah, and Apple Arcade too. Yeah,
they're in it too
So
because
they're-
you can play that on your phone, your tablet, and the iMacs.
yep, that's true.
So it's on all of those devices. So they're basically like a test as well, a field test as well.
Yeah, and I think if any other outsider is gonna come in, I'm expecting Amazon. But if we're talking,
course.
yeah, Amazon's gonna shoot
Yeah.
right into that shit.
Yeah.
and they got
Maybe I think or they'll buy somebody, like they
True.
bought Twitch. They'll probably do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They'll probably just go ahead and just be like, okay, yeah, we got you. We'll just go ahead and snatch you up and do it that way. But if you look at the way things are going, and if you look at again these devices and everybody's playing on these devices, if you look at PS Now, if you look at GameFly, GameFly is not a digital service, but if you look at GameStop and how people are buying less physical games, and people are buying more stuff digitally and playing games from the cloud, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's
You can
inevitable.
even compare it to the way that Blockbuster went out of business after Netflix came around, and like people didn't really expect that. Blockbuster certainly didn't see it coming, which is why they're out of business now. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a valid point. You know, only time will tell, and there's so many different, you know, innovations or things that have come along that have kind of come and go in the gaming industry and just, you know, in terms of technology as a whole. But I mean, yeah, if they do it right, it could absolutely, not immediately, but over time, you know, it could absolutely change the way that people ingest that media and like interact with that media.
Yeah, because you know, if you just go into the Apple store and look at the kids, and they got these controllers that they literally put on, basically like the Switch. They put them on the side of the things, and these kids are in there playing these things like it's nothing, you know. And they turn a tablet into a Switch. So then, you know, with Google, I think they have the Android. So eventually, that'll be on, you know, those other things that they sell. So you'll have that filtering out into the world. So you'll have parents buying that as well. I don't think the Amazon
Fire Stick.
not the Fire Stick, it's
the
the
Fire
TV,
tablet.
their little
Like
Fire
game
tablet.
tablets,
Yeah, that thing be gone.
Oh, yeah.
But you're absolutely right, because about the Fire Stick could be the next thing too.
Yeah.
PC gaming is already a thing. So what if that becomes the norm? Everybody say PC, you know, they used to be the master race or still are. So what happened with that? So it's at some point everything is going to be just either here or on your computer.
Yeah, basically it's all gonna be PC gaming at some point if you think about it. Because once we phase out the consoles, the consoles are gonna get phased out, and then eventually every company who had a console is gonna just have their online shops now, basically in a streaming form. So PlayStation Store is gonna be just PlayStation Store where you can like stream directly. eShop's gonna be like that. Xbox Live. So it's pretty much they already have the infrastructure. It's just they're gonna have to get rid of that physical part of it. And once they do that, they'll just, which will probably be easier on them because they don't got to worry about manufacturing costs and all that other stuff, physical disc, all that stuff, and it saves them a lot of money. They can just have the people develop the game, upload it to the server, boom.
Physical and mental, because you got to convert guys like you all and people that have the consoles that don't want to let go. Like there's still people that continue to
who's
buy
not gonna
CDs,
want to let it
right?
go. Yeah,
Because they don't want to let it go, even
Right.
though it's more efficient or better or easier. There's an ease of use in playing it digitally, but they don't want to let it go. So you're going to have some people that are holding on to that. But, you know, I think eventually it's going to be on TVs, you know, or it's going to be on like a set-top box with the Apple TV or the Roku.
Yeah,
It may
download the
even be on
PlayStation
your
app and
damn
get the game
TV.
now. They'll find a way. Yep.
Yeah, and you probably will also see a shift to how they sell games. So I think you'll see games turn into subscriptions themselves, and you can kind of see evidence of that with DLC. They extend the life of games with DLC content. So imagine if you're buying a game digitally, right? You don't ever have to buy another one. All they do is just revamp the game and sell you another version of it or updated version of it for $30 or $40 and no longer $60. So games themselves become a subscription service, and you probably could cut down on the development time because you already have all the code and stuff in place. So all you're doing is just tweaking and updating it to whatever the new, standards are.
Yeah, games as a service. I mean, Rainbow Six Siege does it. No Man's Sky is doing it. As far as what gaming company is going to do it first, I think as far as console makers go, I think Microsoft, they've already kind of been trying to do it. They're trying to put Xbox Live on everything, right? And it's just you can already play a bunch of Xbox exclusives, I'm using air quotes, on your PC, you know? So and since they're Microsoft and not Sony or Nintendo, they have the hardware, to the servers, the data centers, to be able to make this shit happen. So I think if not Amazon, then up next is Microsoft to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what Microsoft, what they've done is they play with everybody, right? Apple is a walled garden, but Microsoft is like, everybody come on in, and while their hardware sometimes is less stable, they have market penetration. They
do fuck their customers.
Huh?
That was a joke.
So, I think I just caught you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he hit right there. He hit.
It's right there, sure do.
Time vibes.
No, that is true. I'm glad you took that shot instead of me. Apple all day. So anyway, but yeah, man, I you guys let us know, man, what you guys think if this is gonna be the new thing, because it's gonna be. Well, I don't know how old y'all are, but but yeah, a lot has changed since I was a 20-year-old kid playing games to where they are now. I can only imagine, and you guys can only imagine how things are gonna look when you guys are 20 years older.
And then what you was hinting at was that you're just selling the game once and updating it. Like, I feel like sports games is gonna start doing that real soon.
They need to do that. I was just talking about that.
They ain't gonna do that shit.
You were just talking about that. What was that?
Exactly.
Saturday.
They not gonna do
You
it.
just buy Madden one time, and then just one day you wake up, Madden 19, Madden 20.
Season pass.
Yeah, exactly. Every
Yeah.
season,
Y'all keep buying
they
it.
update the roster.
Y'all keep buying it for full price, so it's never gonna happen until y'all stop.
It
Just makes so much sense. Major
It
League.
does, but Eric does has a point. People gonna still buy.
They still
Madden.
buy it, yeah.
2K they gonna still buy it. If 2K20 come out, they gonna still buy it regardless.
They make most of their money off microtransactions anyway.
But they still make
But
a
they
good
still-
chunk.
But they
They
still
still make
sell
it-
that
they still-
$60 game that
Yeah.
people go buy too.
Yep.
But it just makes more sense. But we'll see. But yeah, what is it? Apex Legends and Fortnite. They already got the blueprint. Season passes.
Season passes.
Season passes.
Give you the game for free. Season passes.
That's it.
Yep.
You got millions and millions of players.
Yep. Yep.
And it's one of those things, especially when you come out with a game like Apex, even though it had the connection to Titanfall and Titanfall 2, people didn't really have, there wasn't really the market for that in the sense of people had already been playing it and they already had a loyal fan base. So they put it out for free and then they got 50 million people playing. It's like, oh, you like this? Well, here's something that you can pay for.
Yeah,
So, I
boy.
mean, yeah, it definitely makes sense as a business model, especially when you're coming out with a game that isn't already, well known or doesn't already have a running franchise going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So that's gonna wrap up the topic. So we're gonna jump into guess my game. Is that what we call it? Okay. Guess
Turn
my
into
game.
this week. Do we ever do
Who up next?
Yes,
I
I
did it.
did
Granddad
it last week.
All
Eric V,
right.
You wanna go?
got a game?
Yeah, I just thought of one. It's all right. So you are. How much do I have to say?
Just one sentence, one statement.
You are a spy.
Wow.
Spy Hunter.
Nigga, really?
Right.
Splinter Cell?
It is a game.
Goldeneye.
that's
I'm
sorry.
that sentence
I
was-
mean, okay.
James Bond.
No,
Splinter Cell?
no,
Metal Gear.
no.
Siphon filter?
Wait,
No.
let's
You
ask
want
some yes
another
or no
sentence?
questions. Okay, is this game less than 10 years old?
It is older than 10 years old.
What system?
That's not a yes or no question.
Is that too? Is
You
that,
gotta act, you have to
Yes
rephrase
or
that
no.
question with a to a yes or no question.
We
Is
learned
it
it,
on
y'all.
this system?
Oh.
Like, is it on PlayStation
Yes.
exclusively?
No.
Okay. So that's a clue. It's not exclusive, so that means it's within the generational of Xbox, PlayStation, and GameCube, I believe. Yeah.
he said
It
older
says
than 10
Spy
years.
2.
He said it's older than 10
And
years.
it's older than
man.
10 years, so it's got to be PS2. PS2,
No.
Xbox, right? Original.
PS3 came out like in 2005, 2006.
Oh, you're right.
You want to ask more questions?
PS2? No,
PS3. I said
okay.
PS3.
Yeah,
He
PS3 came
said-
out. Yeah, you're right. Hold on. That spy shit.
Which-
Trying to think
damn
of all
it.
the spy games.
Well, is it a RPG?
No.
Does this game have more than one iteration? Like, does it have a 2 or a 3 or?
Yes.
Is it a single player only?
Yes.
Is there
Hitman.
stealth options?
No.
Is there stealth capabilities in this game? Can you like do stealthy shit? Or is it just like a shooting game?
I give up.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna say no.
How you gonna
Okay.
be a spy with no stealth?
Yeah, I'm saying, right? I mean, but some spies just be kicking the door.
Spy
waving
versus
4-4.
spy.
True.
I'm spying on killing these niggas right now. Hold on. I don't know. Ain't Bond. You said it wasn't Metal Gear. You said it wasn't Bond. You said it wasn't.
Stomp them boys and that girl.
Nigga, because you said you're a spy.
You're a spy.
Like,
You know how many?
Y'all can ask as many questions as y'all want.
Hold up. I'm trying to think of any other spy game that we ain't said yet. That's like got multiple iterations.
Nobody in the chat has it.
Is
either.
it on PlayStation 3?
It's been remastered. It is currently
So PlayStation
playable.
2. Boom. He just told himself. So it's a PlayStation 2. Okay. It's been remastered. PlayStation 2. Spy game.
We named the most popular spy one.
It ain't popular. And he got with some like fucking dinosaurs and Cadillac shit.
Hey, bitch.
That's what it is. Damn.
I don't know.
Spy
For the
game.
record, this is stupid.
I'm getting frustrated
oh,
as
this
hell.
game is
I
stupid?
am. Because this is like,
The clue.
The clue is stupid?
You're a spy.
You're
It's
a
like
spy.
saying
I could give y'all another clue.
You got a car.
Right.
I can give y'all
You
another
have
clue.
a gun.
I offered to give y'all another
Those
clue.
vague ass question statement.
I offered
man.
to give y'all another clue.
Okay, what's the other clue?
You're not a human.
Sly Cooper?
No.
Damn. You ain't Sly Cooper. I don't know what the fuck. Wait, you're not a human. Shit. Secret Squirrel ain't have a goddamn game. I know that shit.
I don't know.
Are you an actual living
Are you like a-
thing,
Yes.
or is it? What I mean by that, are you like an actual living thing, or are you like? Well, I guess aliens could be living things depending on who you ask. I was more so thinking like, are you?
Animal?
It is
are-
something from
Are you a
Earth.
mythical creature?
No.
Okay.
What fucking animal is a spy that ain't Sly Cooper? Or Secret Squirrel? Fuck. I don't fucking.
Did I stump y'all? Did I win?
Oh, I didn't stand a chance anyway.
Yeah, I give up.
I don't want to give up because I think it's something to myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and give up. Fuck it, I can't think.
All right. Willie's giving up. Tyler?
Well, I wasn't gonna give up, but since everybody else is,
Well, shit, I don't want to give up because she about to. Fuck.
Y'all go,
Wait.
man. Y'all can figure this shit out.
We can figure it out. I just gotta think, like,
Shit,
because
I mean,
you
Just
so
ask
vague.
more questions.
I'm trying to think of a. He said no to all the goddamn games. Shit, ain't no
Ask
other
more
games.
questions.
And
What?
he said it's not exclusive to PlayStation.
It's not exclusive to PlayStation. It's multiple iterations. It was remastered. It's a spy game, but it's an animal,
Yep, single player.
single player, and it's over 10 years old. And it ain't none of them games we said.
Right.
You got it right in the chat.
I can't say.
I can't
Um,
think of any.
I mean, I'm
animal
not gonna
spy
look.
game.
I was just
I can't think of any other animals that were spies that had like multiple games. Like he said it's a living creature
He
and
said
it's
it
not
was
a
from
human.
Earth.
It's from Earth, but it's not a human.
That means it's an animal.
That mean it's an animal that spies? What type of shit is this?
All right. I think.
Yeah, I give up.
Okay, so if I
Fuck it.
All right. So the genre is platformer. Does that help at all? And yes, somebody in the chat does have it.
No, I don't know. That's
So wait.
still-
It's
still
a
don't- that still don't do it
platforming
for me.
game, but they're a spy.
Let him say it.
All right. It's
Nigga.
It's Gex, Senator Gecko.
Nigga.
Senator Gecko. Man.
Yo,
Gex?
No, like what the?
I'm trying to stump y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all the easy shit.
What the
Nigga, I
hell
played
was
one
that?
Gex game. I don't even remember that shit.
Right. What the hell is that?
Gex.
Yeah.
No,
wore
nobody
tuxedo.
talks about Gex.
That's the point. Guess my game.
Yeah, you true. All right, you got
I
it.
just thought about that shit on the spot too. That's so weird. I'm like,
You could have said like Geico commercial or something. I would have got it then.
that old nigga shit.
All right.
All right. Comments and questions. And then we out this piece.
Alrighty. First question is for BZ from Explicit 1990. Is that one of your partners in Division or no? I know he plays Apex a lot. That's what he plays. He got a question for BZ. If you could create your own style of game, what would it be? And why would you create such a game as that?
A style of game. Like, do I just? I mean, it'd be like Horizon Zero Dawn. It'd probably be like that, like games like that. God of War, the new God of War. Yeah, like open world RPG. Got to level up. You get different. You level your person up, different weapons, different type of armor, or whatever like that. Yeah, like games like that. I guess Division, where you can level up, get better stuff, get better gear, whatever.
So like a mesh between Horizon and Division? Or are these two separate games you're describing?
I mean, I'm just kind of just
Okay.
the type of game.
So like third person open world
Third person open
game
world
where you can like
um,
level up, upgrade.
don't even
you-
matter what type of enemies I'm fighting, but as long as I have like some type of weapons that I can improve at some point as I'm playing the game, I'm good. And they got, like I said, it has to be open world, and I have to have. It has to be. I would say the gameplay, like to complete it, it has to be anywhere between 80 to 120 hours. I need to get a bang for my buck.
Yeah, that's bang.
So that's what I want.
Sounds like you want Persona.
No, hell no.
Oh, you get to go everywhere. You get to upgrade your shit. It's 80 to 120 hours. Bang for your buck.
Ain't gonna happen.
You with the
No,
squad,
ain't gonna
like
happen,
Division.
man.
They
he ain't walking down that road.
Yeah, it could be an option of I can have co-op or one player. It doesn't have to be only single player.
Okay.
I don't mind co-op. But I guess a game like that, I guess if that's the best way, I hope I described it or whatever.
All right. So if any of y'all can think of like the type of game BZ's describing, maybe the perfect game that he just doesn't know about, but that he just described, let us know. On Reddit or something. Next question comes from Wasalu, but he does not look like Lupe. The question is simply board games.
What about him?
Do y'all play
play
them?
the shit?
Do y'all play them? Is what I assumed.
Like Monopoly?
Like board games. Y'all know what board games are.
I mean, yeah, not lately, but like back in the day, Monopoly, Scrabble,
Backgammon.
Sorry.
Sorry was the shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Backgammon was
Yo,
my game.
guess
me
who
and
was
my
my shit, yo? I would lie like shit on that game.
Oh hell no!
Does he have red hair? Nah, nigga, nah. Every goddamn time.
That is fucked
I was
up.
like, nah, nigga, he ain't got no hair. Nigga, bald.
Niggas still play with you after that?
Hell yeah, these kids. Shit, we like both. We all like.
Man, I was really competitive, and I used to love Guess Who. Like, if I caught you doing that once, I probably would have just never spoken to you again, honestly. Let alone like.
Yo, not
play
all the
Guess
time.
Who.
Like every 1 out of 5 games, probably. If we was going for like a series,
You losing too much.
Yeah, you lie sometimes. Stretch the truth.
Wow.
Ask really vague questions. Like, does he have a freckle on one side or 2 sides? Like shit like that. But that Battleship was my shit though.
I never got into Battleship.
I never got to.
I
play
like the
Battleship.
electronic Battleship. That regular Battleship was like Guess Who, you could lie like shit too. So the
Right.
electronic one was better because you couldn't lie. Like if you put the thing in, like it's gonna hit them. You can't say F4 nah nigga and move your Battleship.
Yeah.
And lie. So, but yeah, I used to play board games a lot when I was a kid. I just haven't played. Shoots and Ladders too was my shit.
Yeah.
They got Battleship.
Trouble?
Messages too. That shit get real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You know they got Battleship and iMessage games?
Nah.
You slacking.
Battleship and iMessage gets real?
What?
Who you playing with?
Yeah.
You don't play iMessage games?
No, nigga.
No.
Nigga. They got Battleship. They got Uno. They got checkers, chess. They got
Well, Uno's technically
I play
a card
chess.
game. That's not a
I play
board
chess.
game. So
They got
You play chess and iMessage?
No, I'm just saying I play chess. Like that's a board
Oh.
game.
yeah, chess.
That's
is
a
dope.
board
No,
game I
he,
play.
I
he
used to play
talking to us
chess.
like we missing out.
Oh,
Actually, I built a chessboard when I was like
How did you
14.
play that?
really?
Oh shit! Yeah, I built a custom chessboard. I used to play a lot.
It's in your text message. You don't play the iMessage games? We'll talk about that.
I don't know about iMessages games either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you hip.
I just use iMessages for texting. That's all I need it for.
Me too.
I'm gonna get you hip to the screen test for that one. You ain't know about the iMessage games? Gonna put you on.
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
texter.
know if I
Okay.
need to be got.
I don't know if I need to be
I
got.
don't know if I need to be got on that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, board games to me is backgammon and chess. Me and my mother used to play the heck out of backgammon. I'm talking about
Me and my dad
competitive.
used to play backgammon.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
competitive.
everybody growing up had that one set with like the 16 games of backgammon.
Man, you know, it'd be like, all right,
The dice
backgammon.
and shit, and then your mom get mad because you lose the dice and shit. Where my fucking dice at?
Oh, man.
You was
He's,
back.
he's being a cup too.
Used to be in that cup, right?
Damn.
You be using the dice to play your own
Man.
board games. We lost our dice in
Man.
Monopoly. We need to
Oh,
borrow yours.
man. Yeah, backgammon
Yep.
was real.
Yeah, so
Backgammon was definitely real. I mean, we used to talk junk and everything. Like, come get this work, ma. It's your hey, get that damn cup. Man, I used to love it, man. I used to kick her butt in some backgammon.
nigga, stop. Stop.
No. What was the
Nigga
third?
said Yahtzee, nigga.
What was the third question?
That's a real nigga game. It's backgammon. Yahtzee.
We'll get to that in a minute. What was I about to say, yo? I like Clue a lot.
Yeah, that was my
Clue was
shit.
cool.
Clue is kind of
Clue
my
yeah,
shit.
Clue was
Yo,
cool.
y'all remember that Clue movie? Y'all saw that shit back in the day?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that was my shit back then. I fuck with that movie.
That should have multiple endings. I thought that was
I know.
like,
That's why I fuck with it. It was so
revolutionary
dope because
type
you could pick
shit.
the different endings and shit. That was what's up. But
But,
yeah, Clue was my shit.
But yeah, man. Third question. Did we miss any board games from any of y'all? Y'all said everything? All right. Jay Denham landed on the questions again, man. He's asked, like, so good questions. I got to give this guy props. Like, if y'all are in Discord, look at his questions and, like, follow his trend because, like, it's weeks where I'm like, yo, let me pick that question. I'm like, oh, it's another Jay Denham. I'm going to save that for later. Anyway.
I'm setting the bar out here.
Setting the bar. So yeah, from Jay Denham, if you have the choice, do you tend to be a good guy or bad guy in video games?
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
I tend to
Bad
be
guy.
about like chaotic good, chaotic neutral.
Bad. I want to
You
kill
want to fuck
everything.
shit up.
Yes.
Trying to be no damn hero.
Right.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah, her saving niggas.
Of course you are.
Like when I play like Fallout and stuff like that, like
You look
I
like
go
a
to
saving
bad route.
motherfucker
I go to
type
bad
motherfucker.
route.
I tend to be good, but like a thief. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like charismatic and I talk to people and I tend
like
to
Robin
like
Hood.
I don't blow up Megaton. Right? You know, I don't blow
I
up
go to bad
Megaton and
route.
stuff like that. But I'll like
I'm
go
bad.
steal
Like
everybody's
in
shit.
Fallout 4 when I went down and I murked the whole railroad crew. The little underground.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I murked all of them. I murked all of them.
Damn.
Said
When
we
it-
was gonna get better about them spoilers, busy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that was a choice.
That was a choice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Still,
it's an
you're right.
option
You're right.
not
You're
to.
right.
It's
But
an
even
option.
still, but
But
yeah.
that was my choice. I was like, I'm about to murk all y'all. Y'all trust me?
Oh, that's messed
I'm
up.
about to
Y'all
kill 'em.
trust me?
Y'all trust me now? Y'all let me into y'all group? It was like, do you want to kill them or what? I was like, kill.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my! I actually didn't finish Fallout 4 because none of the endings were. Yeah, I mean, I read about all the
What?
endings, so I know
You
what the endings
Fallout?
are.
I thought you was
put
a
well, no,
Fallout
I put so
fan.
many hours into it. I just got to one point and I was like, you know what? I
Wow.
don't want to take a side because none of the sides sound like palatable to me. So I'm just gonna like stop doing storyline missions and just go around doing side missions and like building my settlements and stuff like that. Like I still put a whole lot of hours into it, but I didn't want to, again, spoilers, but like none of the people that you can side with, which that's not really a spoiler. So like the railroad, like the Institute, Brotherhood is still like I didn't want to side with any of them.
I was with the Brotherhood.
Me either. I did wait for
They-
some time. I was like, I'm gonna have to fuck one of
Brotherhood
these
fucked
first
shit
up.
up. And they had the best power armor. They had the best power. I was with the Brotherhood. I'm like, look, we about to. They had that little air balloon.
airship, yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, we about to go fuck all this little whole shit up right here. I was with them. Yeah, and the railroad, they were so wank. They were so lame.
But here's my thing though, when you think about it, just like the brilliance that it took for the Institute to just be building this underground
Right.
like technology,
yeah.
I just thought that was dope. And like on one
They were
hand, I don't
lame,
want
too.
there to
I
be
murdered
like
them.
I
Sims
murked them,
going
too.
around.
I murked them
I just
too.
couldn't decide.
niggas
Like,
all
that's why I
gotta
didn't finish
die.
it.
All of them gotta die. I was flying.
And we
looking
taking
out,
all their technology.
as the Brotherhood bombing everybody. Like, get them too. Let's get them. Hey, let's get them in them. Man, please, I'm the bad guy. I am the bad guy.
Video games are how I feed my hero complex. So instead of walking to the door with a baseball bat, and trying to save my family, the cops are on their way, I can just play a video game and be like, yo, I feel good now. Like,
So
You
you
know.
picked the good. You picked the good.
normally, like a lot of times in games like Mass Effect, when I have like an explicit choice, like, or in Fallout where it's like, how are you going to respond to this question? I try to think of the way I would most likely respond and not just go.
I'll be the
Paragon
asshole.
type
I go to
shit.
the
asshole.
beauty
Sure
of
it
a
is.
video game is you can be the biggest asshole.
Can be.
I
If
wanna
somebody's
be.
like, yo, this motherfucker stole $20 from you, you want to shoot them or let them go? I'm shooting
I
that
am
nigga.
shooting them on
'Cause
spot.
in real life, I'm doing time. In
I
the
am-
game, I'm going home.
I am
I'm gonna give
Denzel.
you a snack after the
I'm
fact.
Denzel Washington on
Shit.
Idris Elba. Bow.
Bow, right there.
You are dead
And
right
I'm taking
now.
my 20 back with interest. So
That's
come
right.
on now. That's
That
what you
is
do in a
right.
video game. You gotta let that shit ride.
Right,
you gotta be a
man.
bad
But see,
guy.
like the thing is like I actually this is conversations that I've had with people because the reason why I don't really get into games like Call of Duty and stuff like that is because I don't like playing as the military because I feel like I could theoretically do that in real life. Like my whole thing is I either want to be a criminal like heathen in a video game like Grand Theft Auto like Saints Row style, or I want to be doing something that I theoretically couldn't do in real life like something post-apocalyptic. So for what it's worth, I like being a bad guy in games where you're always a bad guy, like, Grand Theft Auto and like those kind of games. But when I have a choice, if it's like an RPG and I have those different options, I tend to be like I said, like chaotic good, chaotic neutral.
Everybody looking at you like, oh, here come that bitch. Like, I want y'all to be happy when I walk in town. Like, yo, it's Eric. You're like, yeah, you damn right it's me, goddamn. Worship me.
That took a turn.
It did.
I
take a
know it
turn.
did.
Yeah,
That got dark.
What was that?
yeah.
I don't know.
That came from a real place, didn't it?
I know, right? Supposed to be bad and evil in the game, not in real life.
I know.
You got confused.
Oh, my God. I'm a good guy.
So anyway,
So next question comes from, and the final question comes from Sober Hippie. What are some classic or critically acclaimed video games you've never played?
That's a good question.
Last of Us for me.
True.
Mass
Fantasy.
Effect I heard was really really good.
That's a good one.
That I
Say
haven't
Final
played
Fantasy.
yet.
And by all accounts, I would love it. I've just never I've managed to make it all these years without ever playing any Final Fantasy games.
I haven't played any. I think may have played one and I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid.
I'm the same as I've watched people play Final Fantasy, but I've just never had the want to play it myself. Like I was just like, I watch people play. I'm like, okay, that was cool, but I'm like, So.
My game is Shadow of the Colossus. Like I've played it a little bit, but it was during that time. There's a lot of like PS2 games I just missed out on. We can throw Max Payne 1 and 2 in there. And
You didn't play Max Payne?
not really.
Man, I like Max Payne.
Not really.
I
Payne
love
was
that
shit.
game.
Max
Yeah,
Payne was dope.
I just missed the fuck out. So yeah, there's a
Went
good
back
bit
to it
that I
was
can
sad
say.
as fuck too. Shit.
I got one. I guess if this was considered critical acclaim, but those Def Jam Fight for New York games.
You ain't played them?
You never played Def Jam?
those. Yeah, I never played those Def Jam.
None of
But
them?
those critically acclaimed.
What?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think.
Well, the
where-
first two I would say.
Yeah,
Icon was bad, but the first one in
Not
was
that
it
one.
Def
Vendetta.
Jam
First two.
and
Vendetta is the first.
Yeah, Def Jam was, and then what was
Fight
it?
for New York was
Fight for
second.
New York was the second. Yeah.
I've never played
Vendetta
those.
and Fight for New York. Those are
Never.
really fun to play.
I mean, I know they was like really popular when they came out, but I've never played. I never played.
How
them.
did you? I mean, why did you miss out? I mean, were you not into?
I just wasn't interested. I don't. It was just something about those games that just didn't interest me.
Wait,
I
I'm
don't know why.
confused. So there was
What's up?
Vendetta, and then there was a second one.
Fight for New York.
Oh, see, I
Yeah.
never knew that there was a second one, but
There
I
was
played
three,
the
actually.
shit out of Def
It
Jam
was
Vendetta.
Yeah, it was Vendetta, Fight for New York. Then it was Icon, which was trash.
Mhm.
Icon
Okay.
was bad, but the first two were really good. I had fun.
Yeah, I
But,
never. Yeah, I was never interested.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Wow.
hype around
Yeah.
Def Jam though, like
It
because
was.
they was promoting the hell out of that
They
shit because it
was.
was like, okay, all these hip hop characters, a fighting game,
Yep.
and I was
Yep.
on that shit as soon as I
The
saw that
story
shit.
was
I was
cool.
like,
Yeah.
story was dope. I was like, yo, I'm
Yeah, I
fucking with
just.
it. So
Yeah, I wasn't interested in it.
I don't
If it
think
came
was
back,
fun.
would you? Like if a new one came out, you would get it? You think?
Nope. I probably wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think,
just not interested
I don't
in
think. I mean, they'd have to really have an expansive roster. They like a Smash level roster, like of like 70 rappers and stuff like that to really get a good game out of it. Because like, yeah, but I'm talking about like now, because there's so many artists that they go, oh, why ain't they got so and so? Why ain't they got so and so in this game? Everybody's gonna want their favorite
It's always
rapper
gonna
in the
be that.
game,
Yeah.
and there's so many motherfuckers these days. It's not like because Def Jam didn't really even isolate to just Def Jam artists at some point. They just started
Right.
putting whoever.
Because
the
I
fuck
think
they
wasn't
wanted.
Snoop in it and
Yeah,
stuff.
Snoop was in
yeah.
it. They just started fuck whoever. You ain't got to be on Def Jam to be in the
Right,
game. You can just
right.
be a general rapper with a name. So I think they'll have the classic characters in there, and then they'll bring some new characters. Of course, they'll have probably Kendrick and Cole
Hey.
and Schoolboy, like people who you think would fit that game.
Mhm.
And then they'll probably put a whole bunch of people who we probably don't give a fuck about. But
J.
just-
Cole's special power gonna be putting you to sleep like Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
No, fuck with
Oh
y'all.
my god. Yeah.
All right, that's all the questions.
Was that the poll?
It was the poll.
Check it out. Let's
Let's
see.
talk about it.
Just
Let's
real
talk
quick.
about
Just
it.
real quick.
yeah.
the
Real
poll.
quick, real quick. Our poll is which of these fighting games was more influential? At Dead End Games. Make sure you follow us there to be able to vote on these polls. We're gonna have another one going up now. Anyway, Mortal Kombat.
739 votes.
739 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Votes, my bad. Mortal Kombat, 51%. Street Fighter, 2. Specify, 49%.
Flawless victory.
Not flawless. Not flawless.
I just had to say that.
You know what's interesting is when I voted, it was literally 50-50.
Yeah, it was like
It's
neck
been
and
fi-
neck.
it was 50-50 like the whole way,
I'm
which
like,
was
what the
crazy.
hell?
Like the first time I refreshed it, it was like 7 votes.
It's amazing how it's so split down.
Yeah,
the
it
middle
was
I know,
like
it's
this.
split so
crazy.
crazy. I didn't expect it to
Yeah.
be that
Me
I
close.
either.
thought it was going to be either one way for one or
Uh-huh.
way for the other. But when I saw that, I'm like, damn.
I was expecting at least like not a 50-50 split. Like this is
Yeah.
crazy. But
How you feel?
how do I feel? I'm not surprised.
Really?
No, because like I have been saying, I acknowledge that Mortal Kombat is influential, and it's a good argument to make, depending
Oh,
on
you know
depending
what?
on your reasons.
My
Okay.
apologies. I was thinking popular in my head. I forgot you said influential.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, if you look at the comments, a lot of them were like, yeah, Mortal Kombat, I like it. So like some of them were preference votes.
Yeah.
Some weren't.
But I was gonna say something about the comments. It was really dope to kind of see people chiming in with their reasons or their arguments for why they thought one was more influential than the other. Same thing on YouTube. Like I saw people on YouTube talking about it. So
Yeah.
it's an issue that people are really passionate about, and it's kind of dope to see people give their
Man,
They're
them people on
kinda
YouTube was
mini
not
thesis
fucking with me,
statements.
bro.
Not at all.
Like, I didn't like Eric spelling my name wrong and shit. I'm like, bro, it's 4 letters. Like, I wasn't a fan of Eric B. He wasn't listening. But yeah, man. So make sure y'all follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/deadendgames. No, video or gaming. It's Dead End Games. So make sure you follow us for the next poll. I'm thinking, do we think the streaming shit is going to work? Something like that, right? Yeah, so make sure y'all follow. Use the hashtag DEG debates, even though we didn't debate.
Yeah. So
We're not going to debate every week. We friends sometimes.
It's pretty.
How about just DEG polls or something like that?
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Somebody talk about somebody's mama real quick so we can have a.
Oh, shit.
So we can scrap again.
My mama's nice.
So anyway, that's gonna do it for us this week, man. You guys can catch us live if you guys are listening to this. Listen to the podcast. You guys can catch us live every week on Twitch at 7:30 between 7:30.
Between the hour of
8 p.m.
7:30 and 8:30, we will show up.
We on CP time.
Pushing that shit.
Right.
Just stay on your Twitch. Just stay on the Twitch site.
Just
and
keep
then
refreshing.
until some niggas show up. He refreshed it. We show up on the screen. We'll be there. We get there.
So and yeah, you can chime in on the debates or the polls on Twitter with hashtag DEG debates, and just follow us on social, man. Just go to Instagram.com/deadendgames and click the Linktree link, and that'll have links to everywhere. And subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on Twitch, and that's it. That's gonna do it. We'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.